guys, you joined me 24 hours out from the show. We're just about, you can see in the background, just about to start prepping Izzie's birthday pancakes. She's sleeping peacefully in the other room. I'm going to let her sleep for another like 40 minutes or so, but I'm just going to start prepping and put these pancakes together. So I'll probably catch up with you guys. We'll do a little time lapse of me cooking away, and then we'll catch up when we're probably serving them up. Show you how good they look, and go and present them to the lady. Right, I think I might have outdone myself. About to go and serve Issie her pancakes. They took a lot longer than I was hoping, but they've come out pretty good. So the time was worth it. I think she's going to be happy. I'll let you guys know on the other side. Hopefully she enjoys them. Birthday girl, how do you review the pancakes?
Check these out. Oh my god. Insane. No, you got to see the other side. Look at that
the
bottom
cross section.
Oh
Wait, let
my
me get a
God.
zoom on that. Right, you join me just as I'm about to leave for Dunstable. It is, what's the time? 11:13. We need to be at Dunstable for 12, so we're going to grab a coffee for the road and get going. We are in a little bit of a rush, but we're pretty much where we need to be in terms of timings. Just for context, this is how much I've got packed for literally tonight and tomorrow. This bodybuilding lifestyle, boys and girls, it ain't for the faint-hearted. Like, that is crazy. Yes, I'll admit, the Xbox is optional, but everything else there is a necessity, right? That's insane. 5 bags for less than a 24-hour stay. We're going to do polygraph first. We're going to register. We're going to tan. We're going to see how much of everything we can film for you guys, and take it from there. Then we'll be checking into the Airbnb where things will settle down a little bit. So I'll see you guys on the other side. We've landed in Dunstable. Just bumped into big Ian, Talbot, Balf and Jason. Ian has 4 minutes until he passes his polygraph. I was just saying to him, I wouldn't be surprised if I just fail. I don't know why, I've just got a bad feeling that like they'll ask me something like my name and I'll get it wrong. But we'll see. Heading over to the polygraph now. After that, I guess it'll be a case of chilling out, probably just in the car until it's time for the tan. Won't lie, probably won't film too much between now and then, guys. So we'll basically catch up with you when I'm very orange and probably looking to check into the Airbnb. But yeah, catch up with you guys soon. Fingers crossed. Pray for me that I pass this polygraph. Right, so we are filming a little bit of the polygraph because it's nowhere near as intense as I thought it would be. Pretty chilled out environment. I've got loads of time till my tan. I've got until 6 to register as well, so we might as well take this a little bit more liberally. Essentially, the way that it works, you've got a questionnaire that you need to fill out. Honestly, of course, very simple things: who you are, what date it is, are you natural, pretty big one. Then for the polygraph itself, they obviously wire you up and they will ask you a question that you're meant to tell like an obvious lie to kind of calculate a baseline. So for example, they are going to ask you, like, in your entire adult life, have you ever lost your temper? Now, the obvious answer to that is yes, because everyone's lost their temper at some point in their adult life. But you're going to say no, because that's an obvious lie, and you're acting like you're just a saint, and that's going to dictate kind of when you're lying. It gives them the indication. So that then moving forward, when they're asking you the actual questions, if there's a similar response, it should flag up. It says here, main idea is it's okay to be nervous during a polygraph test. And I can tell you I am pretty nervous, just because these kind of things, like, I know they're not 100%, and I mean, the lady just asked me the example of, in your entire adult life, have you ever broken a rule? And I just said yes, when I was meant to say no, obviously. So hopefully I get it right. They said they're pretty forgiving with people, especially when it's your first time. But I'm just going to fill this out. We're then going to go and do the polygraph. We'll go and register, and then we'll sit around and wait until it's time to get a tan going. So you saw me sooner than expected. But yeah, so far so good, everybody. Very pleasant people at the WMBF. Shout out to Hannah if you see this. Very nice lady who talked me through the polygraph process and everything else. Yeah, just finished up. Very Scandinavian man who was conducting the polygraph test, which I don't know if that made me feel more comfortable or less comfortable, but he was very kind and very nice. All signs indicate that I've told the truth, which is obviously good, but I will get an email within 2 hours to confirm that, and to confirm that I am in fact a natural athlete, or at least in the eyes of a polygraph. Hope you guys believe me on that. I never really get any fake natty accusations, so I can't be that good. I just realised I hadn't paid for parking, so I'm going to do that, and hopefully I've not had a ticket already. And then we're going to head over to registration. Yeah, catch you guys when we're over there. Me again. Just had to jump back on to tell you all about the absolute cardinal sin that I've just committed. So I've just gone into the toilets at this place, Go Bowling, which, I mean, as you can tell by the sign, probably not the classiest of establishments. However, they were having a full-on bowling tournament with like actual teams wearing bowling shirts and stuff. Could get involved in that. Next challenge, after bodybuilding, professional bowler. But I went to the toilet, and if the outside of the building is anything to go by, you can imagine what the toilets look like. And I was trotters out in the toilet. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a cardinal sin in my books. But needs and musts. I'm actually going to head over to Asda to grab some water, because we're probably running relatively far behind on how hydrated I would like to be, and that was a bit of a mistake that we made yesterday, so we don't want to repeat that today. But yeah, going to go and grab some water, potentially grab a black coffee as well, because I am sort of flagging a little bit. That's pretty cool. That kid's got a little whip over there. Wish I had one of them. Scoot around the place. But yeah, gonna do that and then head over for the tan, as mentioned before. Just needed to let you guys know how disgusting a human being I am, really. You know, this channel is all about honesty and being fucking raw. Big mouth. Big not so pale mouth.
I'll definitely top you back up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Huh? I'll definitely need to top you back.
Oh, is it pale already?
No,
Yeah.
it's like this patchy. Just make sure they sort it and it'll be sound.
It is starting to rain.
We should be sure.
Diabolical.
Yeah, that's all better.
What waste?
Water.
Very quick preview there, I suppose, of what's to come for me. Nice to run into Ian and Jace. Had a good chat with Jason, just all things bodybuilding, all things life. We are number 97. I said to Jason, nothing about the number 97 is special to me, so I don't know if that's a good omen or a bad omen. Maybe it means we're going to do something special. But yeah, seeing Ian just there with the tan makes me pretty excited to see what I will look like with a tan. and we'll find out very soon. Just heading back to the car to drop off these goodies. We got given just some pit stop nutrition goodie bag, literally in a carrier bag, but it's still nice to get that kind of stuff. Like, just shows that, you know, I know it's not a massive investment, but a small investment into the athletes for coming out and looking to compete, you know, just getting given something. And yeah, anyone who goes to the gym will always appreciate free protein. Anyway, it is now currently 1:30. We've had a meal, a chicken and riceless meal. Not gonna eat again probably until I check into the Airbnb. So yeah, just gonna go to the car, chill out for a bit, hopefully get a wee in somewhere. People reference the Asda to go for a wee, but it is now raining, so I'm a little bit reluctant to go all the way over there. I might have to though. I suppose I could go into this bowling alley. I don't see why they wouldn't let me just use the toilet. I'll give it a go. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else is left today. We've registered, we're going to be competing in lightweights. So not going to be on stage with Ian, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll get a photo together. Yeah, I'll probably catch up with you guys literally after I've tanned. So next time you see me, I should be a lot more orange. And then from there, we'll go check in and get situated for the rest of the day. And then it's pretty much do some coaching bits and chill the fuck out. Get the Xbox set up, put my feet up, get the rest of my steps in, and just not do a lot for the rest of the day, to be honest with you guys. Loving it so far though, I can't lie, like it's exciting. Yeah, I told you I'd be a bit more orange the next time you guys saw me. Well, what the hell? Words. I genuinely cannot find the words to describe what I've just experienced. Let's put it this way. I felt like livestock. I felt like I was in a room full of animals and we're all being treated for some sort of pesticides or something. But the ladies there made it an enjoyable experience, a very smooth experience. Also bumped into Mr. Croggan himself. Big up Josh. I just said to him on the way out, wasn't really expecting to bump into you in these circumstances, but I mean, I'll take it all the same. I'm very brown. Plan of action is to get over to the Airbnb and get checked in. Zach's just finished up with the lads today for their shows, so I think they're all going to come over to the Airbnb and actually give me the once over, which will be fun. And yeah, we'll show you guys, we'll give you the tour afterwards, I imagine, and we'll just kind of crack on from that point. But yeah, crazy. Right, so gonna give you guys, Jesus, I'm proud. The Airbnb tour. I'm just waiting for the Airbnb host to actually message me to see if I'm good to park where I'm parked. But we're out there. There's a little courtyard outside. Pretty sure there's a coffee shop literally below me, which is just like fate, right? I will end up in an Airbnb that's on top of a coffee shop. So we'll be going there for our Black Americano tomorrow. Up the stairs, we're on the top floor, penthouse suite of Luton. And this is our little studio apartment for the evening. So we're completely self-contained. We've got a TV on the end of the bed, which the Xbox will be getting plugged into. Little vanity mirror. We're just on some random, like, you can't really see there, can you? Some random high street in Luton, you know, nothing crazy. But yeah, this will absolutely, oh, sorry, that's me. Turn you guys back around. This will absolutely do, you know? Nice little bed. We've got a kitchen over here. And then we've got apparently our unisex bathroom, which is very nice. Won't be using any of this because we can't shower. But yeah, first job that we have to make sure we do very quickly is put our Primark sheets on this bed, because those are very white sheets that I do not want to fucking ruin and have to pay for. So we're going to very delicately change these sheets somehow. I think I'm going to use my towel, like put my hands in my towel and then like change the sheets that way. And then we're going to basically have Meal number 4. We've got a microwave, so we're all ready and set to go with that. Send some shots over to Zach with the tan now on. It's going to be the first time that I've seen it as well, which is exciting. Film that for you guys. And then do some check-ins. Do some check-ins for the team, do some coaching bits. And literally, that's going to be me for the evening. Like, then it is Operation Chill. We're starting a new Skyrim build. Welcome to the channel, guys. This is now a gaming channel. We're going to start a playthrough of Skyrim. It's a new game. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm going insane. I'm in a really good mood because like this is all just very exciting. Yeah, let's change these sheets, baby. As you guys can see, bed changed. Just out of courtesy, you know, like people pay a lot of money to run these Airbnbs. Don't want to completely fuck up their bedding, so that should keep us nice and secured. I've taken my shirt off because I could feel myself starting to sweat, and that's the last thing we want with this tan, is for it to be running. Yeah, going to be interesting tomorrow because I actually just spoke to Zach, but the lady who did my tan was like, no shower. I was like, well, how do I style my hair? Obviously, that's what I was thinking about. And I spoke to Zach, and he said either get like a spray bottle for just so you can wet your hair and then do what you need to do with styles, or like hold the shower head over it. So we'll probably go with that approach. Anyway, gonna chow down some food, get our check-in across to Zach, see where we stand, people. People, potentially one of the last clips of the day here, I think, and we're just going to get into a little bit of a rant. I'm going to try and keep it as short and sweet as I possibly can, just based on, you know, how I'm feeling. It is now 6:40. We're pretty much wrapped up for the day. We've had all of our meals. All we need to do is prep tomorrow's breakfast. As you can see, I'm just sort of walking around basically an industrial estate in Luton. So you probably do need to be relatively careful because, you know, Luton's not exactly the friendliest area. Sorry if that offends anyone who's from around these parts, but you'll probably agree. Don't see no tote bags around here. Anyway, I'm having a little walk around just to get the last of my steps in and basically wrap up the day. When I got back to the Airbnb, I had another very big wobble of just self-doubt, and I think mostly that came from like thinking that I would look a lot better with the tan on, me then taking shots and not being actually that happy with them. Sat on that for a good few hours, had a bit of a panic, told Zach that we need more carbs. He told me to stop being a baby, and he's right. Had my last meal, and then I've actually just been brave enough to basically have take shots in the courtyard where the Airbnb is in daylight, and I was a lot happier with what I was seeing, much closer to what I've been used to seeing, which is good visuals. The plan for the rest of tonight is literally to get the Xbox set up, chill out, and just play some video games that are going to take me back to happy times in my youth, to be honest with you. That sounds pretty deep, but that's what we're going to do, because I feel like that's the best way for me to just chill out and not overthink things and hit the panic button on any of this stuff. Realistically, the work is done. Realistically, there's nothing else I can do other than what I have done. I'm proud of how I've handled the prep. I'm proud of how I've kind of navigated any obstacles that have actually been put in our path. And I'm proud of the person who I've been throughout that process. I suppose we should end this on a little bit of a note of thanks. So I do want to say, first and foremost, thank you to my beautiful girlfriend who will get a much more detailed thank you in person, who has put up with shit for the last 5-6 months. Obviously when you're in a prep, you're not quite yourself. I'd say you are still yourself, but you're like the worst parts of you, and not much else. Cranky, hungry, not romantic at all. And Issie has been an absolute powerhouse throughout all of that. She's stuck by me. She has kept me on such a strict path and supported me the whole way through. So to you, Issie, if you end up watching this, I don't think you will, but you'll get this in person, but I love you and you've been instrumental in this. Next one, Zach. Obviously, don't need to go into detail here. Zach has been the captain of this ship, steering us through many storms and leading us to brighter horizons. Zach, I love you, mate. You'll also get another one in person, probably a big hug and a kiss, but yeah, you've been awesome. Everyone at Corpus, massive thanks, like Luke, obviously, Verity, Josh, Big Mercer, Brad, Himesh, James, Ben, anyone who I've forgotten, I'm very sorry, but you're all legends. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Honestly, like, I could keep on going and just thank the world, really, couldn't I? Last off, I want to thank me, Snoop Dogg. But no, we're gonna go back up to the crib and chill out. Thank you guys for all the support on these videos. This is going to be the last of the Peak series. I will not be doing daily videos for the next show. It's been very taxing, very fun, but very taxing. I'll get some form of show day video done. I don't know what that's going to look like, because I know that I'm going to be shitting myself tomorrow. And if I'm being totally honest, as much as I'd love to capture as much as possible, I'll definitely be distracted, and I know Zach will rein me in because he knows I'm the content king, and he's very good at telling me, Liam, it's time to put the camera down and focus on what we need to focus on. So hopefully put something half decent together, but we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. We'll end with some nice little clip of me gaming, because that's cute, isn't it? But before we forget, you know what's coming. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like the video if you did in fact like the video. Comment Oompa Loompa escaped in the comment section. I really appreciate the support from everyone who I actually don't know on these videos. What's going on up there? Who knows? Channel's growing, and hopefully will continue to grow. 145 subscribers now, I think we're at. We're pushing for that 500. You guys already know that. But I will see you in the next video, which will be the show day video. Love and peace to all.